What I'm going to do is sew each one of these weft threads back up into the warp. So I'll start with this yellow one right here and thread it through the needle. And I'm just weaving it right down through the loops on the weft threads. Pull it through. Make sure you didn't pull it too tight. And then we trim it off. Now, I trimmed off that first one right away just to show you what I do, and you could trim them off right away also if you like. But I kind of like to let them hang so I can remember which way I have sewn each weft thread through. It's all the back side, so it doesn't matter. It's not going to show. You sure you don't pull too tight? You want to still let this be acting like one of the rows. If you pull it too tight, then it will go up and make a big mess and not look good. But you have to remember, this one has already been sewn through, so I'm going to let it hang down, so I remember that. When you do this, make sure you're not letting the needle show on this side, because if the needle shows on this side, the thread's going to show there too. Or the yarn, whatever you want to call it. And here's the last one for this side. And I think I shall make this guy go all the way over here, I think, just to make sure everybody's happy. I didn't make it go up through here because that's not enough. It could come out easily that way. So now that I have my needle in, I will thread it with the yellow. Yellow is getting too frayed, so I'm going to trim it off. Got to make sure it all goes through. It's just going to be a mess when you're trying to put it down through. As you can see, these thick and thin yarns can be a little harder to work with, but that's okay because I think they're pretty. Okay, I've got this side all done, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim it up because it makes me happy. Now we're almost done. All we have left to do is put little dabs of glue on each knot. It's Eileen's Clear Gel Tacky Glue. I'm using it because that's what was there. Doesn't really matter. You can use any white glue. And we're all set. We'll just let the glue dry and our little weaving guy will be finished. The glue's all dry, so all there is left to do is cut off the warp ends. Good to have a nice sharp pair of scissors for this. It's always good to have a nice sharp pair of scissors. That's what I say. So I'm just cutting them all off. You can cut pretty close because you've put glue on it. It's up to you how long you want your warp threads to hang on the bottom. I think I'll just trim mine off about a ½ inch. I've changed my mind. I'm going to snip it off very close. Now, one thing you might want to do is press it with a steam iron. That's what I did, and it flattened it out just a little bit. But if you don't have an iron handy, then don't worry about it. Now I'm going to take the ribbon and I'm going to just put it on down through the straw. I'm just going to tie it in a knot here. And this ribbon is not so slippery, so I don't think you need to put any glue on there, but you can if you want to. Because you might not be using the same ribbon as I am. And I'm just going to take and pull on the ribbon on the other end, pull it through so it's not showing. And then you've got that all evened out there. And then you have the cutest little hanging for a small space. We'll see you on the next project. Bye for now.